So thanks to some new information that just came out in the manga today, we finally know some new details about the quirks of previous One For All users. And while my Bakugo being the second user theory hasn't been proven just yet, trust me guys, it's coming. Okay, maybe not. I'm going to break down the new info regarding their quirks and their hero names, and then I'll explain exactly what that means for the future. And if you only watch the anime and don't want to know any spoilers, then just check out this interview I did with Mirio's voice actor instead, as the video you're currently watching will be spoiler central. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, way back in the manga, we saw all the vestiges of the previous users of One For All, but at that point we didn't know any of their quirks, excluding All Might because we know he was quirkless as hell. But thanks to this latest chapter, we found out that the bald guy right here is the 5th user of One For All, and his hero name is Lariat. Pretty punchy name, I gotta say. And as most of you already know, his quirk is called Black Whip. Essentially, it's just a massive black energy that can be controlled by the user at will, and it can be used to capture enemies or swing objects around, or even just fling yourself around town like Spider-Man. In the leaks, we see Lariat doing just that, as he swings across a building with Black Whip in his right hand, and in his left hand he has some more Black Whip ready to go. All Might says that Black Whip isn't particularly strong, but from this pic it looks pretty strong to me, and we've also seen Deku use it to hold up 3 cars simultaneously, which just shows its incredible level of strength, but obviously this is likely because it's been built up over time inside One For All. So yeah, while a lot of you may already have known this guy's quirk, we at least got confirmation that he's the 5th user of One For All and what his hero name is. And for those of you that care, his legal name is Manawa Daigoro, with his last name containing the kanji for 5th, which is kind of following the same scheme as the 3 users we already knew about. And the next bit of information we find out is related to All Might's master, Nana Shimura. Now to me it's kind of crazy that we're only finding out about her quirk in chapter 257, but finally we know what it is. Essentially it's the power of levitation, which is something that we've definitely seen All For One use, which makes me kind of think that maybe he harvested it from her dead body after he killed her? That would be pretty dark, Horikoshi. Not much else is elaborated on the quirk besides this, but when I put my speculation glasses on, there's a lot we can gather from this. If you guys remember, another levitation quirk that we're aware of in this series is the one belonging to Deku's mom. I think it was the first episode, but she demonstrated that she had the power to levitate small objects towards her. And then after that, if you remember, when All Might met Deku's mom for the first time, he noted that she reminded him of his master. Horikoshi doesn't waste panels, okay? Like, there's a reason All Might said that, and now it's really got me thinking because their quirks are a bit similar. I don't want to go too hard into the theories here, but what if they are related? Because if they are related, then by definition that means Shigaraki and Deku are related because Nana Shimura is Shigaraki's grandmother. And added on to this, when you compare how similar Deku and Shigaraki both looked as children, bro, like, there's something going on here, okay? But anyway, similar to Black Whip, this levitation power would have increased in strength over time as it was being built up inside One For All. So what that means for Deku is that when he accesses this levitation quirk in the future, it will likely be better than simply being able to float around. Hell, I reckon once he masters this thing, he'll basically be able to fly around like Superman. Which kind of leads to another question: how is Deku going to keep explaining all these new quirks that he's getting? Like, explaining Black Whip was a stretch, but the fact that he'll now be able to fly at some point would just raise too many eyebrows. But yeah guys, that's all the new information that we have on the previous users from this chapter. We've learned about Nana Shimura's quirk, and we also learned what the name of the bald user of One For All is. I have a longer video planned for this weekend, and as long as my laptop doesn't explode, I'll see you then. Please subscribe, and peace out.